Parents, there is an art form to helping children follow directions and pay attention. This is a science that has nothing to do with race, with gender, with age, with your actual kids. It's something that anybody can learn and anybody can put into practice to immediately correct and improve your child's behavior. And in this video, I'm going to show you just that, exactly what you can do to help your child focus, even if you don't think they can, okay? Because I used to think the same thing. My first year teaching, I had 25 kids. They were bouncing off the walls. And I go home every day like, what's wrong with my kids? One day, I dropped them off at PE and I watched them with the PE teacher, Miss Williams, and I see the same kids following all of her directions. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's the fact that they're just doing something active. Maybe that's what they like. Until one day, Miss Williams came in my classroom and taught a math lesson with my kids, and they had the same behavior. It wasn't Miss Williams. It wasn't PE. It's the fact that she knew the exact secrets I'm about to show you. And so I watched her and I copied her every single day until I knew exactly how to help any child behave, okay? And over the course of my teaching career, I ended up taking all of the most challenging kids in the grade level in my class every year. Halfway through the year, they get switched to my classroom anyways, to the point where I just started asking for them. Beginning of the year, okay, what are the 10 hardest kids in kindergarten? I'll take them. What are the 10 hardest kids in first grade? I'll take them because I know how to help them focus, okay? And I'm gonna show you just that. So, unlike a classroom, here's your advantage, okay? This is what you've got going for you. You don't need to teach 25 kids at once. You can just focus on one. And this is an important point for people with 2 kids. Teach 2 if you must. Teach 1 if you can. These 2 children, they have different things they need to focus on. Maybe this one needs this sound and this one needs this sound. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say bye-bye to this one. I'm going to have them do something else during this time, and I'm going to focus on just one child at a time, okay? And here's what I'm going to do. First, a lot of us are teaching side by side. We're keeping a little bit of a distance, and we're trying to teach our kid like that. That's usually not going to work. What we want to do is we want to teach face to face with our child. So we want our child to be literally facing us and looking at our body and looking at our mouth. Next, we make sure that we are close. So I can be face to face all the way over there, or I can be really, really close. And this is something I learned from Miss Williams. There is no such thing as being too close. When we get in a child's space, it's not intrusive. It just helps them to stay in the moment. If our energy is right, that is going to calm them down and help them focus. So we sit face to face, we get really close, and the next thing we do is we establish eye contact. You don't want a second to go by where you're looking to the side, looking around, not focused, playing with your stuff. At the very beginning of the lesson, your eyes do not move off of their eyes. It is just like this. Just like that. We also establish physical contact. So my left hand right now, I'm holding the little bear's back so it doesn't fall down, but I might model it with my right hand where I'm touching the shoulder. I'm touching the face. I'm touching the knee. I'm touching the elbow. There's some sort of physical contact. This can even be high fives if you're more comfortable with it, but there's something about proximity, eye contact, and physical contact that puts our kid in a position to focus, okay? And no one is talking about this. Everyone's talking about behavior like it's like some conversation we have before the learning time. There's a physical aspect to how we sit and how we interact with the kid. They can feel our energy, okay? Which brings me to the next point. Our energy, as we're here, I'm a little bit hyped for the video so you can hear me because I love talking about this, but our energy is calm and confident. Watch this. Okay, today we're going to focus on 3 sounds. You can see, I'm not doing sing-songy stuff. I'm not like, okay, do you want to do none of that? Calm, confident, okay? So physical contact, proximity, face-to-face, eye contact. We have a calm and a confident energy. That's going to be the hardest part for most of you because those little thoughts you have in your head, that doubt of like, Can I do this? Can I not do this? Are they going to listen to me? Your kid can feel it. I promise you. I just came back from 4 home visits where kids did not want to do the work. And for each of those visits, I explained this conversation about energy to the parent, and they didn't quite get it. But when I showed it to them, they understood. The kid can feel your nervous energy, so you've got to get rid of it. Fake it till you make it if you need to. Calm, confident energy, okay? We've got them here. We're calm, we're confident, we're face-to-face, we're making eye contact, we're touching their elbow, we're giving them high fives. The next thing we need to do is be very clear about what's going to happen. Don't leave anything up for guessing, okay? You might say something like this. Okay, today we're going to focus on 3-letter sounds. And once we finish practicing those 3-letter sounds, we're going to take a break and we're going to go dance. They know exactly what's coming. With blending words, I might be even more specific, and I might say this. Okay, sweetheart, we're going to practice blending 10 words. I'm going to show you those 10, and I'm going to erase every single time. Once all 10 of those words are gone, we're going to go do a dance party, right? And I'm giving them something to look forward to. They know this is what we're going to do, and they know this is what we're going to get. I can't stress how important that is, okay? Now, the trickiest thing for some folks, even if you're calm, even if you're confident, is what I call questions, statements, and directions, okay? So I'm going to put the bear here for just a second so I can explain this to you, because this is something that a lot of folks get wrong. And if you record yourself doing a lesson, you'll see just how many times you mess this up without ever realizing this, okay? And it goes like this. There's 3 things we can give a child during learning time. We can ask them a question, like, do you want to do the learning time? We can tell them a statement, like, it is learning time. Or we can give them a direction that says, okay, tell me the first sound. With questions, we leave it open for whatever our kid wants to say. When we ask a question, what we're telling our kid is the answer is not important. You get to choose. So I've got my bear, okay? And I start my lesson and I say, okay, do you want to do your sounds today? Guess what? Bear now gets to choose. And bear can say no. And if bear says no, I have to respect that because I gave bear the choice, okay? We don't ask questions about things that matter. We don't. We give directions. Now, some of us, we think we're giving directions when in reality, we're giving statements. We're saying, okay, it's learning time, and our kid is running away. We're saying, okay, I've got the sounds out, let's go. The kid is jumping around. It's not going to work, okay? Statements are just that. It is literally something we're saying. It is not a direction. So if we've got kid here, watch the posture. Okay, just like this. We're ready to go. We're going to give them a very clear direction, not a question, not a statement. We're going to tell them what's going to happen. Okay, sweetheart, we're going to practice 10 words. When I show the word, you're going to blend it back to me. And then after those 10 words, we're going to go play. That is a crystal clear direction. And if you set up your camera and you count, literally do tally marks, how many times you ask questions, how many times you make statements, how many times you give directions, you'll see that you are probably asking the wrong questions and failing to give clear directions. Now, does that mean you shouldn't ask any questions at all? No, you should ask a ton of questions. Okay, I sprinkle the learning environment with questions all over. The difference is the questions don't matter. It makes Bear feel like Bear is getting to choose the learning. It makes Bear feel like they're getting a choice, when in reality, I'm just setting Bear up to be happy, to be successful, and then I'm giving a direction. I might say, okay, do you want to start with this sound? Or do you want to start with this sound? I don't care which one Bear chooses. Bear might care. I don't care, right? I might say, okay, do you want to start with the red marker or do you want to start with the green marker? The green marker? Okay, do you want to take the top off or do you want me to take it off? You want to take the top off? Here you go. You can take the top off the green marker. Great job, Bear. Now which word do you want? Do you want to erase the word or do you want me? Lots of questions, right? Bear is now in control. Bear's having fun. But what I'm not going to do is say, okay, do you want to work or do you want to not work? Because Bear's going to say, I don't want to work. We give questions about stuff that does not matter, and we give clear directions when it does, okay? There is an element of this that is our body language. There is an element of this that is the questions, statements, and directions. And there is a huge element of this that is our energy, our beliefs, and our expectations. And you can copy everything I just showed you in this video, and you can still fail if you go into this with the attitude that your kid can't do it, okay? Those people you watch online who say kids can't read until this age or that age or whatever else, research says this or that, it doesn't. If you buy into that, you are going to fail before you start. It would be better for you to do nothing at all because you're going to work with your kid and you're going to get frustrated with them, okay? If you come in with the energy that you can't do it, that you can't help your child focus. If all you see is, okay, when they go with mom, they focus, or when they go with dad, they focus, or at school, they focus, but they can't do it with me, you're gonna fail too. If you say, okay, my kid has this learning disability, or that learning disability, or they have this issue, or that issue, so they're different, you are going to fail. You have to believe in your kid. And this is why when I call parents up and I say, I'm coming over, I'm gonna work with your kid, and they tell me, this, that, and the other thing. My kid can't do it. My kid's allergic to learning. My kid hates this. I don't pay it any mind. Okay? That's your belief. That's your expectation. That's why the kid isn't working for you. When I sit down with a child, I am putting everything in my control. My body language, my posture, my touch, my eye contact, my proximity, the face-to-face, my energy, calm and confident, my expectations that they can do it, the questions I ask that don't matter, and the directions that I give that do. I let them know exactly what they're doing now and exactly what's coming next, and I don't let them off the hook. Believe it or not, this works for every child. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun for them. And if you've had learning time that is not fun and you feel like it's been forced, once you know what to do with your body, with your position, with your energy, with your language, with your eyes, all these little details, all of a sudden you're going to see learning time becomes fun for both of you. So if you have questions about your little one's behavior, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. But if your energy is like, oh, I don't think my kid can do it, don't even try, okay? This is not going to be the thing for you. Otherwise, I hope this is sincerely helpful for you working with your little one. Please let me know how it goes. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.